examining the presence of immortality communication on Twitter after the death of a celebrity. Mourning the death of loved ones, celebrities, and just about anyone else has changed dramatically over the past years. The use of social media has given people a new platform to mourn the deceased. The purpose of this study is to understand the presence of immortality communication on Twitter after the death of a celebrity. This is of interest because there's not much prior research about how immortality communication and mourning the death of celebrities coincide. In a study by Tony Walter, he says, online mourners can experience both greater freedom to be themselves and increased social pressure to conform to group norms as to who should be mourned and how. Immortality communication includes continuing communication with the deceased in the mourner's present life, whether it be on social media, dialogue, or otherwise. Mourning activity in the past has been a practice that's been more private situation, but now with the rise of social media, it is an act for your online community to see as well. It's kind of like a diary for the mourner. There are an estimated 30 million people whose Facebook accounts have outlived them. The framework for our study is that social capital and social media mourning play a major role in online behaviors. Social capital is strong ties and weak ties, and these ties with the deceased affect how we mourn their deaths. It's important that we study how people react to celebrity deaths on Twitter. Celebrities have such a presence in our society, and with the rise of social media, they are even more in our lives. The general public can see these celebrities through their life and their death. For this reason, celebrity deaths affect people who do not have an actual connection with the celebrity. Many fans take to social media to mourn the death of these celebrities that they felt so close to. The essence of a tweet is deciding what to put out there for the world to see. When people are mourning death on Twitter, it is their decision to tweet and what they want to say and how they say it. And people go about it in different ways. In a study by Sabrina Baki and Elijah Wolfson, they researched how social media changes how people go through stages of grief and mourn the deceased. Mourning is taking place on all social media networks such as Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. And after they interviewed several people who have used social media to mourn, they formed a new concept that public grieving can help the process of grieving in general. Although research has been done, there's still a question remains, and even with our study. Do influencers of social capital lead the public to immortality communication with the deceased celebrity in the form of habitual communication, continued social actor, and eternal remembrance? We hypothesize that Twitter users that have more responses to their tweets about a celebrity death were more likely to use immortality communication. As mentioned earlier, social capital is strong ties and weak ties. Relationships with the deceased are also a factor that play into how people interact with the dead. According to a study by Eric Gilbert and Carrie Karahalios, relationships are measured in the currency of tie strength. We define weak ties as loose acquaintances and strong ties as close or trusted family and friends. The broad concept in our research is immortality communication, which is including the continued communication with the deceased even after they have passed. Leah Zeimer published an article about mourning the death of via social media. She draws the question if people in present times mourn over social media need support, or if they really just want attention. She questions the motive behind social media mourning. Zeimer also points out that the deceased are very much still alive online.
So within the broad concept of immortality communication are three specific concepts: habitual communication, continued social actor, and eternal remembrance. Habitual communication is defined as